said that it violated, that this law violated, a Supreme Court said that the law violated the constitutional rights of sodomites. See, we're more concerned about the rights of the people than what this book says. Laodicean Christians. Which I realize these people aren't Christians, they're going to hell. Including Joe Biden, the Vice President, said that his position on gay marriage is similar to Obama's. It's ever evolving. No, it's not evolving. It's degrading. John McCain. Oh, I thought he was a great man. Oh, yeah. Listen to what this idiot says. John McCain said in 1999, said he would be comfortable with a sodomite president. That's the kind of people that we have running for office, presidents, our senators, our Supreme Court judges, our governors, our mayors, and our presidents. State of Maine, their Senate approved of sodomites being married and was signed by the governor. Thank God for governors, right? Maybe we should do away with all governors. That was in 2009. Massachusetts, 3-judge panel ruled that books that feature sodomite couples were to be used in public schools. 2009. Some of the states, I was reading and preparing for this, will not allow the word father or mother anymore. You can't say your dad or your mom because that would offend a sodomite. We're concerned about offending the sodomite that was in the closet. Our politicians have opened the door. Nevada allows sodomite marriages. New Hampshire's governor signed into law sodomite marriages in 2009. New Jersey allows sodomite marriages. New York Governor David Patterson is demanding that state agencies recognize sodomite marriages that are legal in other states. He also has officially proposed a bill legalizing sodomite marriages there in New York. Oregon is another state that allows sodomite marriages. The Assistant Deputy Secretary, Kevin Jennings, a known sodomite, is the founder of the activist group Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, better known as the GLSEN. The GLSEN promotes sodomite clubs in high school, middle school, and, you got it, elementary school. Got little gay clubs. Got clubs for sodomites in little elementary school, in middle school, and high school. You go in there and you try to set up a club for a Bible and see what they do. You go in there and say, we're going to have a prayer club and see if they let you do that. But they can set up a dog club and a sodomite club in the elementary school. That's okay though. Oh, by the way, this Assistant Deputy Secretary, guess who put him in office? You got it, Obama. Vermont legislature approved a measure that legalizes sodomite marriages. Washington legislature approved a bill that grants sodomite partners all the rights and benefits the state offers married couples. Whereas used to before you had to be a male and female, a husband and wife, which nowadays that don't mean nothing, husband and wife, because you got two females that one claims to be the male, one claims to be the female, or the wife, and one claims to be the husband. Same thing with the two men, sodomites, one claims to be the husband, one claims to be the wife. Washington, D.C. on April the 13th, 2011, which is the number for rebellion, April 13th. The U.S. Navy approved its chaplain to perform sodomite marriages. It was suspended by some senators because they went above the law. They did it without the law saying they could do it in the military. But just that they would do it was a slap in the face. And it's coming. It's coming. The very first person to open the door for the sodomites to come out of the closet are our governors, our mayors, our judges, our politicians. Our House of Representatives, the senators, they've opened the door for the sodomites to come. So you say, who let the dogs out? Who let the sodomites out? The first person to let the sodomites out are the politicians. The second person, or people, group of people, that have opened the door for the sodomites and who have let the dogs out are our presidents. I didn't do a lot of research on all the presidents. Mainly I searched on our president. But I will give you a couple of quotes by our great President Jimmy Carter, our peanut farmer. Undoubtedly he ate too many peanuts. Undoubtedly he didn't read the Bible enough as a Southern Baptist. Jimmy Carter said, at the New Baptist Covenant, which is part of the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship, Jimmy Carter said that homosexuals should be accepted into the church in 2008. How can you believe a man that would give away the Panama Canal? That would tell you that sodomites ought to be accepted in the church. I don't have a problem with accepting the sodomites in the church as long as they come forward, repent of their sin, get saved, get right from God, and they're no longer a practicing sodomite. You got no problem with that. They're all welcome. But they're not welcome on this platform. They're not welcome up here to sing. They're not welcome out there to open their big mouth. And neither is no one else. Jimmy Carter said he thinks the nation may be ready for a gay president. He said that in 2009. He said probably not this election, and this was the last one. But he said in the very near future, you bank on it, there's going to be a sodomite president. You're right, you bank on it. If they'll put a Muslim in as a president, and an adulterer, Bill Clinton, they'll put a sodomite in. You watch and see. Those are some of the qualifications for being a president. You got to be a liar. You got to smoke some pot. You got to be an adulterer. You got to be a Muslim. Not to mention a black man. Presidents have opened the door. Obama appointed a sodomite, Emily Hewitt, an ordained Episcopal priest, as chief judge of the U.S. Court of Federal Claims. Well, ain't that sweet of him? He promised Obama before his election that he promised that he would not forget the gays and the queers and the faggots and the sodomites if he got into office. And he did just that. You watch and see. Obama not only appointed Emily Hewitt, but he appointed a sodomite, Fred Hochberg, or Hoochberg, how you pronounce that, I don't know, for chairman of the Export-Import Bank. He also appointed, Obama did, a sodomite, John Berry, as director of the Office of Personnel Management. He appointed a sodomite, Nancy Sutley, as chairwoman of the White House Council on Environmental Quality. You see what's happening here? Can you see why they're no longer in the closet? Whereas they used to be in the closet ashamed of what they did. They knew it was wrong. But they did it anyway. They were ashamed of that. But no longer are they ashamed. Because now we're passing laws by the politicians. Our presidents are appointing them some of the highest ranking positions in the land. They're putting them over agencies and different things in our government. Obama bestowed the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is the nation's highest honor, upon a dead sodomite, Harvey Milk, that I mentioned earlier in 2009. Now, I do not condone the killing of Harvey Milk. He was killed in anger and hatred because he was a sodomite. That was wrong. I don't condone that. But I do detest Obama bestowing a Medal of Freedom on a sodomite and his wickedness. Obama declared on May 31st, 2011 that June would be Sodomite Month. So here in the future, when June rolls around, all the sodomites get a whole month to celebrate their abominations. And you got to realize, when I was reading about this, it was really gross. I mean, gross. These sodomites, these dogs, and it shows you what they are. They're dogs. God called them right. When they have these gay pride parades, a woman that calls herself a man will go topless. And they can't do a blame thing about it. Because it's their right. Because if you say something, that's discrimination, they say. So a woman can go topless, a man can walk down the street naked, or a woman, during these gay pride, they know pride in it, parades. Some of these cities, while they're having this wickedness going on, these dogs walking up and down the street, you'll see two males over in the corner having sex. On a public street, police officers walking by, and they won't do anything about it. That's wicked. Or two women. That's gross. I would go to one of those for a test. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't go hold up banners and nothing. You know why? Because I wouldn't want to be part of none of that. I wouldn't want to be around it. That's ungodly and wicked. It's one thing to do it in a closet. It's another thing to do it on a public street. And our presidents and our politicians have opened the door to that kind of garbage. Obama had a sodomite Episcopal Bishop, Gene Robertson, deliver the invocation at the pre-inauguration. Well, ain't that sweet? I think Obama loves these faggots so much. Maybe he's one. That's what I think. He does so much for them. Maybe he's a queer. Maybe he's a sodomite. He certainly thinks like one. Obama has extended benefits to sodomites who are federal employees in 2009. Whereas before 2009, if there was someone that was a sodomite that worked for our federal government, they got no benefits. But now they get the benefits. That's what your tax dollars going to work hard for. Obama, Honorary Frank Kennedy, a longtime sodomite activist, as a civil rights pioneer, told a minister, now listen to this idiot. God have mercy on his soul. This is blasphemy. He said that the God of the Bible is a sinful homophobic bigot who needs to repent and seek forgiveness for inflicted pain and suffering, which his sinful homophobia has needlessly inflicted upon gay people for the last 4,000 years. That's what this idiot